Welcome back to Z Coins. Could you be holding a small fortune in your pocket change? The 1982 D Washington quarter is one of the most intriguing coins in U.S. history, and some rare varieties have sold for big money. Today, we're diving deep into the history, minting process, errors, and current market values of this fascinating coin. Don't miss a second, because by the end of this video, you might be checking your loose change for hidden treasures. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington. The design, created by sculptor John Flanagan, was intended to be a one-year commemorative issue, but it proved so popular that it became a permanent part of U.S. coinage. For years, the quarter was made of 90% silver, but in 1965, the U.S. Mint transitioned to a copper-nickel composition due to rising silver prices. This new clad version continued into the 1980s, including the famous 1982 D quarter. So, what makes the 1982 D Washington quarter so special? Well, 1982 was a unique year for coin collectors because the U.S. Mint did not produce official mint sets that year. This means that finding high-quality, uncirculated 1982 quarters is much harder than usual. Most of these coins went straight into circulation, making well-preserved specimens rare and valuable. Now, let's talk about the big moneymakers, errors, and rare varieties. Some 1982 D quarters have errors that make them highly sought after. Here are a few you should be looking for. Double die errors. These quarters show doubling on letters, numbers, or Washington's profile. If you find one, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Off-center strikes. When the quarter isn't properly aligned in the press, part of the design is missing. The more off-center it is, the more valuable it becomes. Clipped planchets or a mistake during the minting process can cause a section of the coin to be clipped off. These can sell for hundreds of dollars. No mint mark errors. Though rare for Denver coins, sometimes a mint mark is missing. If you find one, it's definitely worth getting checked by a professional. Now, let's talk numbers. How much is a 1982 D Washington quarter worth today? Well, the value depends on its condition. Circulated condition. Most 1982 D quarters in worn condition are worth only face value, 25 cents. However, some with slight wear can fetch up to $2-$5. Uncirculated condition. If your quarter is in mint condition, it could be worth between $10 and $50. High grade, uncirculated, the rarest, highest quality coins can bring in big money. In fact, a 1982 D Washington quarter graded MS 67 or higher has sold for as much as $1,500 at auction. Error coins. Depending on the type of error, some 1982 D Washington quarters have sold for anywhere from $500 to $5,000 plus in major coin auctions. So, how can you find one of these valuable quarters? Here are some tips. Check your pocket change. You never know when a rare quarter might pop up. Search through old coin rolls. Banks often have rolls of quarters that contain hidden treasures. Visit coin shows or flea markets. Sometimes, sellers don't realize they have a valuable quarter. Use a magnifying glass or coin microscope. Spotting small errors can make a big difference in value. Once you find a valuable 1982 D quarter, where should you sell it? Here are your best options. eBay, a great platform for reaching collectors worldwide. Heritage auctions. If you have a high-grade or error coin, professional auction houses are the way to go. Local coin shops, a quick and easy way to sell, but make sure to get multiple opinions on value. Coin grading services. Getting your coin professionally graded can increase its value and attract serious buyers. So there you have it. The 1982 D Washington quarter might just be worth more than you ever imagined. Check your coins. Look for those rare errors, and you might just strike it rich. We are going to talk about a coin that could be worth a lot of money, the 1997 P Washington quarter dollar coin. This coin might seem ordinary at first glance, but rare varieties and errors can make it extremely valuable to collectors. Stick around as we dive into the history, key features, rare errors, and most importantly, how much this coin is worth in today's market. Before we get into the specifics of the 1997 P quarter, let's take a quick look at the history of the Washington quarter. First introduced in 1932, This coin was originally meant to be a one-year commemorative coin celebrating the 200th birthday of George Washington. However, due to its popularity, it became a permanent part of U.S. coinage. The design features the profile of George Washington on the obverse, designed by John Flanagan, with an American eagle on the reverse. Now, let's take a closer look at the 1997 P Washington quarter. The P mint mark means that this coin was minted in Philadelphia. Here are some quick facts about this coin. Millions of these coins were produced, making them common in circulation. However, there are rare error coins and high-grade specimens that can fetch big money. Some of the most valuable 1997 P Washington quarters have errors, and these are the ones that collectors go crazy for. Here are a few key errors to look out for. Double die obverse. This error occurs when the die strikes the coin more than once, causing noticeable doubling in areas like the lettering or Washington's profile. These can be worth hundreds of dollars in high grades. Off-center strikes. If the coin was struck off-center, part of the design will be missing. The more off-center, the higher the value. Some have sold for over $1,000. Clipped planchet. This occurs when a portion of the coin is missing due to a minting error. These are rare but can be worth $100 or more, depending on the severity of the clip-road-struck quarters. A coin that was struck without the retaining collar can expand, giving it a unique, distorted look. These errors are highly sought after and can be worth several $100s. If you find any of these errors on a 1997 P quarter, you could be in possession of a valuable piece. Now, let's talk about what the 1997 P Washington quarter is worth in today's market. While most circulated examples are only worth face value, 25 cents, uncirculated and high-grade versions can be worth much more. Here's a breakdown. Error coins, $50 to $1,500, depending on rarity and demand. The highest recorded sale for a 1997 P Washington quarter was over $1,000 for a perfect MS-68 graded specimen. And if you have an extremely rare error coin, it could be worth even more. So, you might be wondering, how can you tell if you have a valuable 1997 P quarter? Here's what you should do. Inspect your coin. Look for doubling, misalignment, or unusual marks. Use a magnifying glass. Small details matter, so check carefully. Check the grade. Coins in top condition fetch the highest prices. Visit a coin dealer or grading service. Consider sending your coin to PCGS or NGC for authentication. Sell online or at auctions. Sites like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and Stack's Bowers are great places to sell rare coins. Could a simple pocket change quarter make you rich overnight? The 1999 D Washington quarter dollar might just be one of those hidden treasures, worth far beyond its face value. Stick around as we uncover the history, rarity, and shocking market value of this coin. Some have sold for an astonishing $65,985. Let's dive in. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of the first U.S. President, George Washington. Originally composed of 90% silver, the quarter transitioned to a copper-nickel-clad composition in 1965. Fast forward to 1999, a special and significant year for U.S. coin collectors. 1999 marked the beginning of the 50-state quarters program, an initiative by the U.S. Mint to release quarters representing each state in the Union. But the Denver-minted 1999 D Washington quarter from this era carries more than just state pride. It holds incredible numismatic value, especially if you find one with rare errors or in pristine condition. Now, let's talk about why this particular quarter can be worth thousands. Certain mint errors and high-grade conditions make some of these coins rare gems. Here are the most sought-after varieties. Double die errors. Some 1999 D quarters have doubled lettering or images due to a misalignment during minting. What off-center strikes? These errors occur when the coin blank isn't properly aligned in the press, creating unique misprints. Clipped planchets. A portion of the coin is missing due to an error in the cutting process. Full steps and high-grade specimens. A quarter graded MS-68 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can bring in big money. So, how much can a 1999 D Washington quarter dollar be worth? Let's break it down by grade and condition. MS68 and higher can skyrocket to $10,000 plus at auctions. Rare error coins. Some have sold for $65,985 or more, making them truly legendary finds. One of the most shocking sales happened at a major auction house, where an MS68 graded 1999 D quarter with a rare error fetched an incredible $65,985. Could you imagine finding one of these in your loose change? Want to see if you have a fortune hiding in your coin jar? Here's how to check. Look for the D mint mark found under the date on the coin's obverse. Examine the condition. If there are no scratches or signs of wear, you might have an uncirculated coin. Check for errors. Use a magnifying glass to spot doubling, off-centering, or missing features. Get it graded. If you suspect your coin is valuable, submit it to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. So, what are you waiting for? Go check your coin collection right now. You could be holding on to a rare and valuable 1999 D Washington quarter without even knowing it. We're diving deep into the 1999 P1788 Washington quarter-dollar coin, a piece that has captivated collectors and is worth some serious money in today's market. Stick around, because you won't believe how much some of these coins are selling for. Before we get into the value, let's take a moment to appreciate the history of this incredible coin. The 1999 P1788 Washington quarter is part of the 50-state quarters program, which was launched by the United States Mint to honor each state with its own unique design. This particular quarter represents Georgia, which was ratified into the Union in 1788, hence the year marking on the coin. Designed by William Cousins, the obverse of the coin features the classic portrait of George Washington, while the reverse showcases an elegant peach, the state's famous fruit, along with oak sprigs and the state motto, wisdom, justice, moderation. Now let's talk about rarity. The 1999 P Mint mark indicates that this coin was minted in Philadelphia, one of the major production facilities for U.S. currency. In total, around 451,188,000 of these quarters were struck. So why is this coin worth so much today? Well, the key lies in its condition, errors, and demand among collectors. Collectors are always on the lookout for minting errors, and some of these errors can skyrocket the value of your 1999 P Washington quarter. Here are some key ones to watch for. Double die obverse. This happens when the coin's design is accidentally struck twice, causing slight overlapping. Off-center strike. When the planchet blank coin isn't aligned properly, it results in an off-center design. Clipped planchet. If part of the metal is missing from the edge, you might have a valuable error coin. Die cracks and cuds. These occur when the die used to strike the coin develops cracks, leaving raised lines or blobs on the final product. Now, let's get to the most exciting part. How much is this coin worth today? If you've got a circulated 1999 P Washington quarter, its value is typically between 25 cents and $2 depending on wear and condition. But hold on. If you have a mint state MS65 or higher coin, you could be looking at $50 to $300 in today's market. For rare error coins, prices can go through the roof. Here are some recent sales. 1999 P double die obverse, sold for $1,500 at auction. 1999 P off center strike, valued at around $750. MS 68 graded 1999 P quarter sold for an incredible $2,500. And the best part? Prices are rising as collectors are looking to complete their state quarter collections. So, how do you know if you've got a rare and valuable coin? Follow these steps. Check the mint mark, look for the P just under the date. Inspect for errors, use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to check for double dies, off-center strikes, or die cracks. Check condition. The higher the grade, the more it's worth. If it has sharp details and no scratches, it's a good sign. Get it graded. Consider sending your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC to get an official rating. Sell smart. Online marketplaces like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and Great Collections are great places to find buyers willing to pay top dollar. We dive deep into the world of rare and valuable coins. Today, we have a special episode on the 2014 D Washington $quarter coin. You might have one of these lying around, and guess what? Some of them could be worth big money. Stick around as we explore the history, key details, rare errors, and the current market value of this coin. The Washington quarter has a long history dating back to 1932, when it was first introduced to honor the 200th birthday of America's first president, George Washington. Over the years, this coin has undergone multiple design changes, from the original Eagle Reverse to the State Quarters program and later the America the Beautiful series. Now, let's talk about the 2014 D quarter. This coin is part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program and features the Great Sand Dunes National Park in Colorado. The reverse design, created by artist Don Everhart, showcases a father and son playing in the dunes, with the beautiful mountains in the background. This design celebrates the natural beauty and importance of the Great Sand Dunes, a must-visit national park in the U.S. Before we discuss its value, let's go over the key details. The 2014 D Washington quarter was minted in Denver, as indicated by the D mint mark found on the obverse side, just right of Washington's ponytail. Here are some important specs. The U.S. Mint produced millions of these coins, but not all are equal in value. Let's find out why. Now, here's where things get exciting. Some 2014 D quarters contain rare errors that dramatically increase their value. Let's go through some of the most valuable ones to look out for. Double die obverse. Some 2014 D quarters have noticeable doubling on Washington's face, lettering, or date. If you spot one of these, you could be looking at a coin worth up to $300 or more. Die cracks and cuds. Coins with die cracks or cuds, raised lumps caused by a damaged die, are also highly sought after by collectors. These can be worth anywhere from $50 to $500, depending on severity. Struck through errors. Some quarters were struck with debris between the die and planchet, creating unique indentations or missing details. These errors are rare but can fetch up to $1,000. Off-center strikes. If you find a 2014 D quarter with a significant off-center strike, especially with a visible date and mint mark, it could be worth hundreds of dollars. So, next time you come across one of these quarters, be sure to inspect it carefully. Alright, so how much is the 2014 D Washington quarter worth in today's market? Here's a breakdown of the prices you can expect. Circulated condition. Most common quarters from Pocket Change are worth their face value of 25 cents. Uncirculated condition, MS63, MS65. If your coin is in mint state condition, it could be worth around $2 to $5. Gem condition, MS66, MS67. Coins graded MS66 or higher by PCGS or NGC can sell for $50 to $150. Perfect condition, MS68 and above. Extremely rare. These coins can go for $1,000 or more. Error coins, depending on the type of error, values range from $50 to over $5,000. One particular auction recently sold a high-grade 2014 D quarter for an impressive $1,750. So, keep your eyes peeled. You never know what you might find in your collection. And that wraps up our deep dive into the 2014 D Washington $quarter coin. If you've got one of these, take a close look. It could be worth a lot more than you think. Have you ever found a rare or valuable coin in your pocket change? Let us know in the comments below. We dive deep into the world of rare and valuable coins. Today, we're talking about a special coin that could be hiding in your collection right now. The 1953 D Washington $quarter. This coin is not just a piece of American history, but could also be worth some serious cash. Stick around to the end as we reveal just how much collectors are willing to pay for this rare gem in today's market. First, let's take a trip back in time to understand the significance of the Washington quarter. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington. Designed by sculptor John Flanagan, this coin quickly became a staple of American currency. Fast forward to 1953, and the Denver Mint produced the 1953 D Washington quarter, one of the key issues of the 1950s. This quarter was struck in 90% silver and 10% copper, weighing 6.25 grams, with a diameter of 24.3 millimeters. The D mint mark, found on the reverse side below the eagle, signifies that it was minted in Denver. Now, what makes this quarter really exciting? Some rare error varieties make it even more valuable. Here are a few errors to watch for. Double die obverse. Some 1953 D quarters feature a doubled image on Washington's face or lettering, making them extremely sought after. Repunched mint mark. Some coins have a mint mark that appears to have been stamped more than once. Off-center strikes. Some coins were struck incorrectly, resulting in the design being off-center, which can increase the coin's value significantly. Clipped planchet error. A portion of the coin is missing due to an error in the planchet cutting process. These are rare and desirable among collectors. Alright, now let's talk money. How much is the 1953 D Washington quarter worth today? Well, it depends on the condition of the coin. Here's a breakdown. Ultra-rare grades, these can fetch $10,000 or more at auctions. And guess what? A top-graded 1953 D Washington quarter once sold for $95,985 in a high-end auction. That's nearly $100,000 for just one quarter. So, if you have a high-quality 1953 D quarter in your collection, it could be worth a fortune. If you're wondering how to grade and sell your coin, here are a few steps to ensure you get the best value. Check the condition. The better the condition, the higher the value. Use a magnifying glass. Look for errors, mint marks, and other unique features. Get your coin graded. Services like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC Numismatic Guarantee Corporation can authenticate and grade your coin. Find the right market. Sell on platforms like eBay, heritage auctions, or specialized coin dealers. Beware of scams. Always deal with reputable buyers and sellers. So, there you have it. The 1953 D Washington quarter might just be sitting in your collection, waiting to be discovered. Who knows? You could be holding onto a small fortune. Make sure to check your old coin jars, collections, and even pocket change. You never know what treasures you might find. Did you know that the 1952 Washington quarter could be worth thousands of dollars today? That's right. Some of these rare coins have sold for jaw-dropping prices at auctions. In this video, we'll dive deep into the history, key features, mint varieties, and most importantly, their current market value. Make sure to watch till the end, because you might just have a fortune sitting in your pocket or coin collection. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of the first U.S. President, George Washington. It was initially meant to be a one-year commemorative coin, but was so popular that it became a permanent part of American currency. The 1952 quarter belongs to this long-standing series, featuring the iconic design by John Flanagan. Let's take a closer look at the design of the 1952 Washington quarter. The obverse, or front side, showcases a detailed portrait of George Washington, along with the word Liberty inscribed above, the year 1952 below, and the national motto "In God We Trust" to the left. Now, flip the coin over, and you'll see the majestic bald eagle with outstretched wings, clutching a bundle of arrows with olive branches below, symbolizing both war and peace. Above the eagle, we have the inscription United States of America and E Pluribus Unum, while the denomination quarter dollar is placed at the bottom. From 1932 to 1964, Washington quarters were made of 90% silver and 10% copper. The 1952 quarter weighs 6.25 grams and has a diameter of 24.3 millimeters. Due to its high silver content, these coins hold intrinsic value beyond their face value, making them popular among both collectors and silver investors. Now, here's where things get interesting. The 1952 Washington quarter was minted at 3 different locations. The mint mark can be found on the reverse side, just below the eagle's tail. Depending on where your coin was minted, its rarity and value may change drastically. Now let's talk about some rare error coins that can make your 1952 Washington quarter worth a small fortune. Double die obverse. Some quarters from 1952 have visible doubling in the words Liberty and In God We Trust. A well-preserved DDO coin can sell for over $2,000 at auctions. Off-center strikes. If the design is misaligned significantly, The coin can be worth anywhere from $500 to $5,000, depending on the degree of the error. Repunched mint mark. A quarter with a repunched mint mark, where the letter appears stamped twice, can be worth up to $1,200 in high grades. Clipped planchet error. This occurs when a part of the coin's edge is missing due to a minting mistake. Values range from $300 to $3,000, depending on severity. Always check your 1952 quarters carefully. You might have a rare treasure. So, how much is a 1952 Washington quarter worth today? Let's break it down based on condition and mint mark. Rare errors can exceed $10,000, especially for unique pieces. The most expensive 1952 Washington quarter ever sold was a 1952 DMS 67 Plus, which went for an astonishing $16,800 at auction. If you own a 1952 Washington quarter and want to sell it for the best price, here are some tips. Get it graded by PCGS or NGC. Professionally graded coins fetch higher prices. Sell on platforms like eBay, heritage auctions, or great collections. Visit local coin shops or coin shows for appraisals. Join online coin collecting communities to find private buyers. Remember, rarity, condition, and demand play huge roles in the final value of your coin. We're diving deep into the fascinating history, rarity, and current market value of the 1951 Washington quarter-dollar coin. You might have some of these quarters lying around, but did you know they could be worth a fortune? Stick around as we uncover the secrets behind this valuable coin and how much collectors are paying for them today. The Washington Quarter series began in 1932, designed to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington. This design, created by sculptor John Flanagan, has remained one of the most iconic American coin designs ever. The 1951 Washington Quarter, part of this ongoing series, was minted in 3 different locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D; and San Francisco, S. Now, let's break down each mint's production numbers so you can see just how rare your 1951 quarter might be. Philadelphia Mint 43 for 48,000 coins minted. Denver Mint 35,354,000 coins minted. San Francisco Mint 9,164,000 coins minted. As you can see, the San Francisco minted coins are the rarest, making them highly sought after by collectors. But what makes this coin so special in today's market? Let's find out. The 1951 Washington Quarter is composed of 90% silver and 10% copper, weighing 6.25 grams with a diameter of 24.3 millimeters. Because of its silver content, this coin holds intrinsic value even if it's not in collector-grade condition. On the obverse, we have George Washington's profile with the inscriptions, "Liberty," at the top, "In God We Trust." To the left, the date, 1951. Below his neck on the reverse, you'll find a majestic eagle with outstretched wings, United States of America. At the top, Pluribus Unum, just below $quarter. At the bottom, this timeless design was used for decades until the state quarters program replaced it in 1999. Now for the part you've been waiting for. How much is your 1951 Washington Quarter worth today? Well, the value depends on mint mark, condition, and grading. Here's a breakdown of recent sales and market trends. One of the highest recorded sales for a 1951 Washington Quarter was $9,400 for an MS-67 Plus graded coin. That's insane. And get this, some collectors believe that a perfect MS-68 could fetch over $75,985 at auction. So, if you have a pristine 1951 quarter, it might be worth a small fortune. If you want to know whether your 1951 quarter is worth big money, here's what to look for. Mint mark location. The D or S mint marks appear just below the eagle's tail on the reverse side. No mint mark means it's from Philadelphia. Luster and surface condition. High-grade coins should have a strong shine and minimal scratches. Full strike details. Look for well-defined details, especially in Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers. Errors and varieties. Certain minting errors, like double dies or off-center strikes, can significantly increase a coin's value. Some known errors and varieties for the 1951 Washington Quarter include doubled die obverse. Some letters or numbers may appear doubled. Repunched mint mark, the D or S, appears punched twice off-center strikes. Coins struck off-center can be worth hundreds to thousands of dollars. The value of the 1951 Washington quarter has been steadily increasing, thanks to its silver content and collector demand. With silver prices fluctuating, even low-grade quarters are worth more than face value. And for high-grade coins, the sky's the limit. If you come across one in excellent condition, get it graded by PCGS or NGC to maximize its value. That's a wrap for today's deep dive into the 1951 Washington quarter. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update on valuable coins. Also, drop a comment below if you own a 1951 quarter and let us know its condition. Who knows? You might be sitting on a gold mine. Until next time, happy collecting.